Shalom Aleichem, it's Yaakov Ram Shepherd here from King David Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com, and I want to give over another interesting point about Aseret Yemei Teshuvah here. So it says that there was one of the students of the Arizal, his name was Rav Moshe Galanti. Okay, so Rav Moshe Galanti told Rabbi Chaim Vital something that he heard from the Arizal, and what he heard is that if somebody will fast in those 10 days of Aseret Yemei Teshuvah and do complete Teshuvah, okay, what does it mean complete Teshuvah? Bezrat Hashem, we will try to explain it. כל יום מכפר על כל העוונות שחטא כל ימיו ביום שכבר יוצא בו. Each day of that Aseret Yemei Teshuvah will give atonement for all of the days of the person's life that is the same day. So for example, today is Yom Sheni, Monday. Okay? Night. So we're doing Tzom Gdalia, everybody are fasting. So Bezrat Hashem, hopefully we will have the merit to do Teshuvah Shlema, right? Not only to fast, also to do Teshuvah Shlema. So when someone is fasting within the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah and is doing Teshuvah Shlema, Bezrat Hashem, so then he's doing Tikkun for all of those days within his life. So today is Monday, so it will be all of the Mondays. Whatever sins a person did in Mondays through his life can be rectified today. Okay? Just, we are already fasting, so to do Teshuvah. Again, what does it mean Teshuvah Shlema? Hashem will help us, Bezrat Hashem, to do Teshuvah Shlema. Okay, and now, after the Tzom Gdalia, so most of the people did not fasting so much those days. People say that the generation is weak. Okay, there's a lot to speak about in those things. I'm not saying that everybody have to fast right now. Depends in the person's whatever is obligated to, whatever is prior obligations for family, for work, for whatever it is. Not everybody are capable, but if someone is capable to fast in those days from dawn to the rising of the stars, and is dedicating his day as much as possible to do Teshuvah, if he succeeded, he did Tikkun for all of those days that he went through his life. Okay, that's so. I don't know if you know, but I made many videos and articles about the Tikkunim. It's available on the website and the YouTube channel. That I explained there that there is Tikkunim of the Arizal that person have to fast. For example, someone that Chas v'Shalom had a relationship with a married woman. So that's 325 days of fast. Okay? That's a lot of days of fast. So if somebody did it in one of the years of his life, in one of the Mondays, and now he's fasting and he's doing Teshuvah, so instead of fasting 325 days, in one day he's doing the Tikkun according to that, right? And that's a true inheritance that it's brought down in the writings of the Arizal. Okay? So, again, to fast is relatively simple. But to do Teshuvah Shlema, that's a little bit of a hard one. What does it mean to do Teshuvah Shlema? So let's go back to that point, because that's a basic demand here. So first, I'll give over the explanation of the Rambam. What does it mean Teshuvah Shlema? It means that if somebody will have the same test that he had, he will not do the sin. Okay? So let's say that someone he had the relationship with a married woman. So if he will have the same test with the same woman and he have still the same strength, so he wouldn't do it. Okay? Now, obviously, it's not practically possible, almost very small likability that someone will have another possibility to make the same sin. Someone that he did some sins in his youth, so now he doesn't have that strength. Now he doesn't have those possibilities. So how can he do Teshuvah Shlema? According to that, seems like the Rambam is closing the door on us. There's no possibility to do Teshuvah Shlema. So what is the answer? My answer, my humble opinion, to explain this Rambam, that most of the people, even though they did Teshuvah generally. They change their name, they change their clothing, they change their place, their whatever it is. Yeah. But they still have thoughts about their past. Oh, when I was young, I did this. It was so fun, and they feel certain yearning for those bad deeds that they did in their youth. Okay, so to uproot those desires that a person have for his past, and instead of thinking about it, it was so good back then, and all kinds of funny things like that. So to get to the point within himself of bitterness, that he's bitter about it, that it's not, that's not what I want. I want to be pure. I don't want those things in my life, in my thoughts. So to be in that point, in his strength, with his lady, with all of what the Rambam says, it doesn't mean physically. It means mentally. Okay? Physically, probably it won't happen. But mentally, most of the people, they go back to those things that they did in their youth. So to cut that off and to stop thinking about it as something that, this, that, all kinds of, whatever. To think about it as something that I wish it never happened, and Bezrat Hashem it will never happen again for anyone, and to define that as something that is negative and I don't want to have anything with it, seriously, completely, that will be the Teshuvah Shlema. My understanding within the Rambam. Okay? Now, when we speak about the concept of Teshuvah in the Kabbalistic terms, so Teshuvah is spiritual elevation. Okay? And I spoke about it a few times when I explained the meditation of the 4 kinds of death of Bedin, that we are elevating our spiritual being to a higher level. Okay? And the Zohar is calling Teshuvah to the Sphira of Binah. So to elevate to the Sphira of Binah, that will be called Teshuvah according to the Zohar. Now, what does it mean to be elevated to the Sphira of Binah? So that will be basically the understanding of the 4 days of Bedin. Okay, so to elevate our parts, our spiritual parts, nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya yechida, to elevate them to the higher level of whatever they are, wherever they are. To make it simple, that will be the basic tshuva according to the Zohar, and obviously also that can be explained in length, but that will be in another occasion, another class, Bezrat Hashem Bli Neder. For now, we'll hold it here. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Blessings.